Hello everybody, Skateman222 here with another part of Danganronpa Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Part 10. Part these nuts. I can't believe that this has lasted this long, but I'm not complaining. It has been fantastic so far. And I'm excited because I'm at the end now. I'm almost done. And they left with even more cliffhangers at the end of the last chapter. So many questions. I need so many answers. And I don't think I'm gonna get all of them today. But I think we're gonna get a lot of interesting, juicy dialogues and happenings and so on and so forth. So without further ado, I'm ready to jump in and get ready for the despair that I'm going to witness, I'm assuming. Alright, here we go. Load a game. Okay, so I want the one where I spent all my coins. So that should be... this one? I think question mark. Yes, I have less coins on this one. There we go. I just noticed Byakuya's face is cut off in the stream chat window. Good. Wait. Oh. I can cut it even more. I can make it worse. I can delete him entirely. I have the power. Food for real. You still haven't made food. Get your food. Don't starve now. I know Animal Crossing updates out, but you know, you gotta eat. Let me see if I can actually do that for the memes. Oh wait, no. I mean, yeah. Hold on. I could do this. But it'll be harder to see Hina. But I could remove him entirely. I have the power. We'll just go back to what it was, or I think that was maybe a little bit less Byakuya face. That works. Yeah, we gotta see Hina. Well, the text is kind of covering up now, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, I'm ready for real now. Alright. Okay, get out of here. Oh man, here we go. The game will begin from where you last left off. Is this okay? Yes! Tell me more, game! Oh, we start off with the cliffhanger music. Forgot about this. Da, da, da. Oh man. Dun, dun, dun. The ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the Warudo. Zawarudo. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. Oh dear. But right now... we stuck down here. Anyway, right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. No! I need to know the rest of the story now! I can't wait! Kyoko! Why do this? Yeah, you're right. Why is this music still playing? This is too intense. It's not how I was expecting this day to start off, but alright. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the Headmaster's room? Oh yes, use it on the door right over there. Do it. Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
That's right, she said it. Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Do it! Do it, Kyoko! Okay, wait, she's saying the same thing. Okay, I guess I'll talk to the door. Another door? Hey Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Oh, please, please. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid into the keyhole. Rattle, rattle. And then... Oh, it didn't rattle, it clicked! It clicked, let's go! We in! Yes, it opened!
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. Quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Oh, and then on the other side, who do we find? Everybody who died! Nobody's dead! It's all a dream! Finally. We were finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief. Oh no, why is that? Because the real fight had just begun. What do you mean? What do you mean, Makoto? Oh no, cliffhanger. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. What a long title, holy moly. Oh, now we're in the, like, mysterious slash creepy slash sad music. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. Wait, what? Another pit? 2 pits? Garbage pit? Chimney pit? Armpit? How many pits do we have in here? There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. Oh, we got a ladder though. Started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. That's the pits. Nice. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. Them butts though. This is the second. I think this is like the second or third time this game has done this. Like they have to have the angle just straight up like this. Like really, game? Come on. This is Monokuma's fault. I'm gonna blame it on Monokuma. Ladder was imposed. I already read that. Okay. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. Oh god. That's creepy. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. No, Makoto! Hold on tight! Maybe talking will help keep my mind off of it. Yeah, do that. Oh, I like these little, like, what do you even call this? Like... quote bubbles with their face in them. So Kyoko, there's something I want to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? And she's like, I don't know. I have no idea. I have amnesia. How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember. Ever since my parents put those, like, blocks with letters on them in front of me at age 2 months. I was able to take the blocks and spell out the word poop. I solved the mystery, and from then on, I was a detective for the rest of my life. Holy crap. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. Oh my god. This is... Kirigiri is just Japanese for Holmes, right? I'm pretty sure. I don't quote me on that, but probably. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. What? Mystery detectives, secret detectives. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So...
Right.
Because we take pride in it. Pride?
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that we have to stand separate from the rest of society, which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. Whoa. That's deep. A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational, but it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. So that explains... Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Oh yeah. Interesting. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However...
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you go so far to enter Hope's Peak, is because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Oh, snap. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However...
There is something I want to say to him, though. What? Nani? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. What? Excuse me? What, it's just like, this is what you get for abandoning me and like making me all separated from you all these years. I'ma just go say hi now that I found you and say fuck you. That's what you get. Leave me alone like you left me alone. I guess you already left me alone, but continue to do that. I'm just reminding you, bitch. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future.
However...
But he had no interest in detective work. Oh no. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died. Oh no! And he simply ran away. Wow, that's so messed up. Kyoko, no. When we get to the top of this ladder, I'm giving you a hug. Oh, shit. He went to my grandfather and they had a huge argument, and young as I was, he left me behind. Oh, man. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him. I don't know about that one.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. She said the word pride like at least 5 times now. And now it's in yellow. Like, in case we didn't know from the past 5 times or 4 times she said pride, they're putting it in yellow now as a reminder, like, hey, this is important. Take notes, kids. I don't know. Oh, it was 6th time. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression, so I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative. That's good. Yeah. She's opening up. And more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However...
But there's one thing that I can never forgive. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However...
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. Oh, what? They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. Oh, what? That's how they see me, even to this day. His shadow's been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. God, that's so awful. It's like, as if getting abandoned on its own already wasn't like such a terrible thing. Like, being like known as that girl for the rest of your life and like being labeled as such is like so messed up. Like, just, yeah, I get it. It's like if you're like adopted or something. It's like, yeah, I get it. I'm adopted, you know, like you don't have to remind me. I'm well aware, you know, or whatever. Or maybe some people might not be aware, obviously, but you know, it's just like, stop. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow. Yes, do it.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to just cut him out like that.
Wrong.
I mean, it's not that simple, Makoto. It's complicated. That's the one thing I find really annoying about Makoto is like he doesn't understand some complexities of life, or even just like in cases in general. Just doesn't see the whole picture. He's like just kind of like, but his family though, you can't say that Come on. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey.
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Like, yeah? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I just kept on climbing or changed the subject. I said nothing. Oh no. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. Oh my god, awkward. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Phew! And what do we find? A locked door! Looks like this is it.
Indeed.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back. We're back, baby!
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? Oh! I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed up against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... Oh my god, yeah. What the heck? Looks like we're back. But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. Can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. Okay. Well... So now what? Basically, do we make a surprise appearance? Ta-da! I'm not actually dead. A Lamel. I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, and I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might.
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then.
Then let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
In other words.
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. What? Wait, that's...
However...
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time until we're found out. And it's not like we could run away. Yeah, the cameras, hello. Like, we're already in a room with a camera. It's too late. Yeah, as she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What you think is gonna happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. Excuse me? The mastermind is ensnared? You said something like that before. What does it mean?
So...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
Right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little, super uneasy about this, but we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Ooh. Oh dear. Okay. Alright. Sure. Anybody here? No? Okay. I'ma just walk over to the gym. I usually teleport, but I wanted to add a bit of suspense here. Oh, the trial room. Dun dun dun! Maybe see you tomorrow? Not tomorrow, Monday, you know what I mean? Next time? Let's see. The store! I can spend money for no reason! No, let's not do that. Where's the gym? Should be here, right? Yeah. Alright, we're almost there. Going in. Is Monokuma there?
Well now.
Hey! Kyoko, I don't mind so much.
I don't believe it.
But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? Sup, Monokuma? I'm back from the dead. Oh yeah. What's up? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are you really gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished! Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So, what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So, now. Angie. So now I gotta punish you again! And this time, I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko,
Right.
do whatever you feel you have to. What? What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
no.
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? I lose?
Hey!
You! Explain yourself! What do you mean by that?
Because
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other words,
I was supposed to be chosen as the Black and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right.
And in response to that unexpected development,
Indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well. ...
However,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego, baby! You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you'd killed it.
am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the Blackened is me and not Makoto?
Well?
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this? A comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence.
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there's only ever one absolute truth.
Boom, boom.
And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
What the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Oh, snap! Yeah, bringing up the viewers that you mentioned to us earlier in this case. Or no, in last chapter, technically. But yeah. Huh?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. And there's the cliffhanger music, or the boom info drop music. Get owned. Da-na-na. They would assume that you killed him because what we said was exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. He's getting angry. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
that's what we have to do.
then I suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mukuro's trial over again. Oh, what? Only this time you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair.
What? We're already gonna go jump into a trial?
Hey,
What? Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Oh. Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed. There's the berry. I was wondering when that would show up again. Berry?
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So, time for bear jokes. Now, what you've suggested might be possible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax. Boo! Meh. Yep. Here it is. He's getting it all out in the open now. He has to get it out of his system.
In other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely contain myself!
Let's have one final grisly showdown. He agreed. Now we still have a shot at this.
Bear it!
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
Guys!
So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. Jeez, he's going all out. All the mysteries. All the mysteries. That's right. Every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that,
I can barely contain myself!
then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you. Oh my god, he used qualify. Hell yeah. That's, oh. Plus points. 1,000,000 plus points to Monokuma. I'll excuse your flagpole for now for that. That cancels each other out. Perfect.
it's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well, good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of the school,
You guys!
then you win. But if you can't do all of that, well, I'll face execution, right? He's laughing. I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Oh, we're gonna get another da da da. Nope. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. For sure. So what?
hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement? You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations, and having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that. Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception? Then it's part of the regulations? Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but... Okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. No, polarizing, the polar bear. I'm sure I told you this already, but... This killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why'd he go quiet all of a sudden? Oh god.
Now I'm really angry!
I'm done talking! I've got nothing left to say to you! So get lost, would ya? Why so mad? Why are you so mad though? He seems emotionally unstable.
Hey!
Leave me alone! Get out of here! Oh, okay, I'm going. You really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment, overflowing with despair. Pooh, pooh.
Hey,
Come on, Makoto, let's go. Okay. Oh my god, that's too many who's. Okay. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. Monokuma's so friggin' great, yeah. Most of the time, yes. And just like that, we were out of the gym. Oh dear. Okay. I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. You don't say. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko! You're the best! Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
However...
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
So...
They had no choice but to accept. Huh?
Because...
It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let down their guard, like I said. Ooh. What do you mean? Reaction! So when was it that the mastermind let their guard down?
So...
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
Listen.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However...
And yet somehow, the mastermind was able to do it.
In other words...
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. Wait, what? A reason?
So...
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost, us killing each other. They wanted to show the world?
It would seem...
The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
In other words...
So the mastermind's ultimate goal is to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why? Yeah, exactly. But why?
Correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey.
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
That's right.
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair, the mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. Damn. That's their goal as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right. It is ridiculous. Completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto.
I know how angry it must make you, and yet that same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
In other words...
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter. At least that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves?
Indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of the regulations. Ooh. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished, but in my case they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper rules, to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion?
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words...
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violated their own regulations. But all that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge.
However...
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance. Because you believed in me, another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you're able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
Wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. Yes. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all, seriously. Stone cold detective. You seem totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Yep. Plus, if I showed my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However...
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
Correct.
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win!
Hey,
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All I have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone.
however...
Is that really possible? Huh?
Anyway,
right now we have to go find the others.
shall we go?
They're probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go? Yes. Oh, snap. She kind of hesitated there for some reason. I feel like she knows something. Again. Oh dear. Okay, I'm gonna start making it a habit to save a bit more often here. Let's save over here. And let's go warp to the dorms. It should be this way. Okay, should I just try knocking on everybody's door? Should I try the kitchen maybe? Wait, let me see the map. Yeah, let's try entering the door maybe? Whoops. Enter. Oh, here we go. And suddenly we were greeted with... No! What the? Oh no! He's broken! Who hacked Monokuma? Scrug at Yugfu NGN / crack ow. Fizzlebrf. Number sign. Left bracket, right bracket. You again? Oh no! Hers underscore dat dot semicolon Xblur 103.2.1.255. Oh, they leaked an IP address. Oh no. Is he broken? Cat's walking across the keyboard. Whoops. Or it's just freaking out. I suppose emotional instability reaches limit. Yeah, it'd be pretty impressive if the cat can type out their IP address. AG caret 3 dot foursome equal left parenthesis sen pipe act tilde 4 underscores 61 exclamation mark. Geez, what the heck?
However...
Maybe this happened because I tried to delete Toko from my game and I accidentally deleted like those lines from Monokuma. Crap. I should look closer to make sure I was deleting the right thing. I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Surskit. A Surskit shows up. Oh god.
Makoto?
That's a lot more than Surskit. It's friends! Monica, get out of this body. Yeah. Well, 3 friends and 1 douchebag. Look at her, so happy. Yeah. Even Toko's smiling, somewhat.
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
Huh? You survived?
Jeez. You're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
This guy.
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Why, yes I am. Boom. Gotcha, scared ya. Everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up. Oh no, Makoto.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Get away. Shoo. Dang it. And in a flash, my tears dried up. Yeah, seriously, now I'm angry. I have to explain. I can explain. It's not because I didn't shower this entire game. It's because I fell in a garbage pit. Yeah, well, that was short-lived, yeah. Gosh dang it. Alright, start with Hero. My boy!
Yo!
Makoto, what was it like hanging out in the spirit world? I didn't go to the spirit world.
You know?
Did you get to talk to her? Who? Miss Cleo. No, I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. I mean, who the heck is Miss Cleo? That reference. I'm pretty sure that's like a very famous psychic from like back in the day. Like the 90s or maybe 80s or something. It sounds familiar for sure. Unlike Toko. Okay, oh, let's get the slapping ready. Okay, hold on. Let me stretch the hands. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna come back to you later. Okay, let's go Hina next. Go in order of like tolerance here. Well, I guess I should have talked to Kyoko before Hina, but that's fine. So what have you guys been doing while I was gone? Well, we figured that since the trial was over, we'd have access to new places again. And? No dice. All the rooms that were locked before were still locked. So there weren't any new areas. Then where can we go to find new clues? The dorm! Second floor, we gotta do it! Kyoko's got the tool. One slap for every step of the ladder we have to climb. Yes. So not only does he have a bunch of slap marks on his face, he also smells like garbage now too. Ha! Got him! Take that. Ladder smell. Ladder garbage disgusting smell on your face. Good. Ugh, you stink. Are you rotten?
I'm telling you.
Rotten physically, mentally, everywhere you can be rotten. Sorry, I was rolling around in garbage for a while. The smell is so smelly. I'ma move on. Why?
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Yeah, I hate it here. I hate everything about Byakuya. I wasn't talking to you. Get the fuck out. First Toko, now you. Stop. Take me back to the trash heap. Seriously, I'm about to go back. I'm gonna just live there forever and take Kyoko with me. So I have a friend. Or Hero. Hero, come with me. You can meet your idol, Miss Cleo. Alright. Explain? Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. Ooh, can I not click this to see what Byakuya has to say, even though it's gonna be garbage? Yeah, I'm gonna skip it. Don't tell me! Did he turn to a ghost?
But
Does he look transparent to you? Huh, that's just a silly superstition. If ghosts were see-through, they couldn't lead normal lives. Okay, that's enough. Talking to you makes me want to just lay down and go to sleep. Alright, let's see. Byakuya. I still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me either. Do you realize why it is you escaped execution? There's supposed to be a question mark there. Where's the question mark? It was alter ego. He saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people can say they had their lives saved by a computer program. I imagine it was a learning experience for you. Dang, that was like... I can't believe Byakuya was better than Toko so far this chapter. That's not gonna last very long, mind you. But, wow. He said like maybe 2 kind of sketchy dialogues out of like 6 or 7, whereas Toko, every single dialogue was shit. Mild surprise, so many people are still alive. I know, right, Otato? It's crazy. Hero uncovered my ghosty nature. Oh gosh. Calling out the pale skin. Oh no.
Makoto.
Yeah, how's it going, Otato? Alright, that's reaction.
Yes.
It's true.
Oh! Went too fast. Dang it. Rompa.
Makoto.
Yes.
Here,
It's
this
true.
one. Okay. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. Last class trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it, like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you. Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is it was all the work of the mastermind. What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to do to stop it. Oh my god, there's been so many typos in like, it's been how long? It's been 45 minutes of playing this and I've spotted like 3 or 4 already. Like they gave up at the end of the game. To what he had to do to stop it. There's missing a do, there was missing a question mark, there was missing the word I in another one. Ay ay ay. Alright.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy. I just, you know.
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you? Dude, this guy's the mastermind! He knows too much too! It has to be him.
correct.
Get him killed, please. Get out. Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said now it's the mastermind that's ensnared, that's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. Yeah, exactly. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again, later. So, knowing all of this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind. But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school.
Huh?
Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Exactly, for the ghost. Everybody vote Byakuya, who cares what happens? Yes, exactly. Perfect.
Oh no!
Oh, hero. Everyone?
I hate you.
Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? Oh, Jesus. Raph! I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with Master. Oh, no, you don't want to say that. We have seen the future and we know what happens to you. Trust me on this. You're not gonna be living here forever. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
anyway,
Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the mastermind is, and how they killed Mukuro, and all the school's mysteries, it's a pretty tall friggin' order. Maybe, but this time the trial's different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries! Oh my god, motivational Makoto returns. I'm not so sure about that. Oh god damn it, Kyoko! You're hurting my vibe here. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. Oh! Reaction! Why? It's because of Byakuya, right? It's because that bitch face Byakuya? It's gotta be. Say it, or you're gonna hide it. You're gonna hide it like you usually do because you know too much as well. You can agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but Okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Yeah, so there you go. That's the hint. One of us is the mastermind. Duh. Duh. Oh man. What is up, Austin? Welcome. This game is pretty good. It really is really good. It's more than pretty good, I'd say, Herzog. Welcome in, you two. Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. Huh? But why?
So in other words...
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in this school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
In other words...
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. Then the mastermind is... one of us! One of us! One of us! There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mukuro, you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them?
That's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
No way!
You can't be serious. Well, wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. Confucius us. Confucius, hey. Oh man. If one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active? Like someone's doing like, what do you call it? Oh my god, I'm like, ventriloquism, that's the word. You see someone like barely moving their mouth and like looking to the side, like, oh shit. Who was doing that? I mean, to be real, Byakuya, almost every time Monokuma was involved, Byakuya was like not around or like not involved. But I don't know. Or Kyoko, like it's one of those two, right? It's gotta be. But anyway.
Well...
Or Makoto. I'm the mastermind. Because you don't see Makoto. You don't see Makoto doing anything. Hands behind their back controlling Monokuma with a gamepad. Yeah, exactly. That reminds me of something else, but I'm not gonna say it because it might be spoilers for something. But that does remind me of something for sure. Maybe they snuck off and controlled them in secret.
But...
I don't care how sneaky you are. We would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right.
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still. Oh wait, there's another option. Oh my god, I just realized something. Holy shit. If I'm right about this, my mind will be blown. It could be Chihiro / alter ego. Chihiro's dead, but alter ego is not dead. And guess what? At the end of chapter 4, alter ego died. And guess what happened at the start of chapter 5? Monokuma wasn't doing shit. And then alter ego came back and saved me. Why's that? Oh shit. Oh my god, I hope I'm right. That is like cosmic brain. Oh man, ding dong, bing bong.
This is a
school announcement.
Wait, he changed it. He's never said before. Monokuma, what are you doing?
You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
The fourth wall.
So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school.
That's like another reason why like Alter Ego or Chihiro would make sense too, is because they can program Monokuma, and they're making game references up the yin yang, and they play games and they like games. Dude, oh my god, it has to be. Okay, I'm like dead set on that now.
Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Okay! Oh dear. Berger. Perfect timing there. Berger hat trick. How's it going, Brash? Yeah, with a bear on the screen. And earlier he was making like 10 bear puns. Yeah, his laughs are amazing. How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms. Holy moly, word of the day. Magnanimous. You know what, I'm gonna look this up. I want to learn. Let's share with the classroom. Define magnanimous. Am I even saying that right? Probably.
Magnanimous.
Okay, cool. A generous or forgiving, especially toward a rival or a less powerful person. Gotcha. Okay.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can rely only on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
Goodbye.
Well then, goodbye. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. God, Master, he didn't take me with him. You blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream, or coffee. You're totally useless. So bye. Yeah, bye, whatever. Don't need you anyway. Alright, the two worst characters are gone. Let's go. Now let's all work together, friends. We're the best 4 people. Alright. I wanna, yeah, you're not alone. I think everybody does. I'll punch Valkyrie on the throat every time I see him. Yep. That's the point. That's the point. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. No, Kyoko! Teamwork makes the dream work! Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power, which is only 30% accurate, to figure out the mastermind's identity. Alright. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing.
But,
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know? But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depend on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto? That's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
okay.
So I figure, at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Okay, she's redeeming herself. Kinda. Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
Indeed! No, you're reading my mind! Oh heck yes, welcome to the Byakuya hating club. I'm president! Yes. Val's the president for sure. Okay. Alright, Kyoko, now that everyone's gone, wanna work together? So you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together. Yeah, let's go! We got the ultimate detective on our side!
So...
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
So then...
Well, I better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
Correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school had been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. With that, Kyoko is gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. Yes, I will. Technically, yes. I agree! Let's go, Makoto! I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of the school. And then we can all escape together! More than zero escape. Oh, this music again. Oh, I forgot about this. Oh, it's so good. I haven't heard this in a week. I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So, where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I'll start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room. Yeah, I was gonna say the headmaster room was the first door I thought of, like, right away. Like, that's the one I have to go to first. I forgot about the biolab. And the door in the data center. Oh, yeah, the Monokuma door. Oh, snap. And then the second floor. That was the other thing I was thinking. I was thinking those two mainly. Oh, After that, I have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. That is a lot of investigating. Alright. Oh, there's my notes. Places to check. It's my handwriting. Oh, I don't write my G's like that, though. It's pretty dang close, though. If I try to do handwriting right now, I'd probably be pretty dang close to this. Okay. Oh, man, I'm excited. Oh, okay. Okay, there's one thing I actually wanna go to first before any of this, because I didn't notice this at all until watching Val's playthrough, and I wanted to talk about it here real quick. So I think it was on this floor. I'm pretty sure, right? It was floor 4. I'm like almost positive it's this floor. I don't remember if it's 4B or 4A, but. So the problem is, like, I went through every room. I watched my playthrough back. I went through every room that wasn't a classroom, and then the game forced me back to the dining room, so I didn't think to go back to the classrooms. I completely forgot about it. But here's 2 classrooms I've never been to. Hello, I'm Monokuma from the school store. I'm very kind. Gather up your coins and come play with me, or I might die of loneliness. Peek. And there's a math formula here. And then the more important one is the second one, which I guess is 4A. So one day I saw Monokuma in class. La 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 la. Gobble gobble. And then Makoto's just there all cute. But most importantly, this sheet music over here, which I really wish I saw the first time I played, but this is actually a real song, and I played it just to see what it is. I'm gonna just play the actual song. Hold on, can I mute the game for a sec? Just so I don't, like, flat out reveal it right away. Okay, 1 sec. Let's see if I can find it on YouTube. It should be this one. Yeah, it's this one. I don't know if you heard that, but okay, I'm gonna play it again in case you didn't hear it. So that's what's on the sheet music. It's freaking amazing. Da, 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 da. This game is too good. I lost my shit when I figured out what it was when putting the notes in. Okay, back to the headmaster's room. It's perfect that was on the 4th floor too, because that's where the headmaster room is, over here. Oh, look at this place. More photos! Oh, that ugly guy. This headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. Ah, Makoto, it's you. Oh, Biachkuya. Slap, 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 slap. Okay, so we got a bunch of people up here. What can I look at? I'm gonna stop looking at the monitors and stuff because I already got all the coins and stuff. So... Alright, let's check the shelf. The bookshelf seems really well made and it's filled with files and thick books. Okay. Oh, the sword! Another sword! There are trophies and even a shield in the display case. A shield? Eh? Where the heck do you see a shield here? I see trophies, I see a sword, I see kind of like a crown. I see a statue, and I see a big trophy. Anyway, whatever. There's papers on the ground. Oh yeah, this is what Kyoko was talking about, I think. There are documents scattered all over the floor. Somehow it makes me feel anxious. Yeah, it's like, must clean, put back together. This is a mess. And then we have probably this is the most important thing. We have a blue book.
Come on.
Hey, Makoto.
Not possible.
Are you ignoring me? Yes, I am. In fact, I am. Yes. You think I'll forgive that just because you're you? I don't give a shit. Forgive me or not, I don't care. I want to see this.
Ignorant.
Shut up. Go away. Stop. Fine. Ah, bitch. Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? No. I don't care. Unless it's actually interesting. I love that dialogue so much. Yes, seriously. What do you mean something interesting? Take a look at this. It was on top of that. Yeah, I noticed. Duh. No shit. Top of that pathetically ostentatious desk. Class number 78. Student registry. Roster. What is going on with the dialogue today? They couldn't even match this up. I know it's like such a minor thing, but like, come on. Contains profiles for all of us and Mukuro. Ooh, yeah, that's how we found the Kyoko, like the file in Kyoko's room.
So
They yoinked it.
words,
Apparently, class number 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room, was it not 78? Yeah, it was 78. Yeah, that's right. It also mentioned class number 78. This must be where Kyoko got that page. Since the rest of our profiles are listed in there along with hers,
in other words,
there can be no doubt Mukuro was a student here at Hope's Peak Academy, just like the rest of us. Now, can we read the other 15 to see if there's more deets on all these people? Please? Mukuro Ikusaba, 16 student. That must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems like Kyoko was in a hurry. Huh? What do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she stuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. The first page? Wait, there's more? There's more? There's more info on Mukuro? Are you serious? Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. 2 pages? What? Oh, I'm excited.
in other words,
Oh my god, I hope I'm potentially right on that too. Please, please, please. In other words, when it comes to this profile, there was more information about Mukuro that we still didn't have. Dun, dun, dun. What kind of information is it? Speak up. Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? Shut up. You can read, can't you? Shut up. It seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself. I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Yeah, more like zero listening. Oh, hello. Well, that's not Kyoko or Junko, that's for sure. Or is it? Or is it Junko without her wig? Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background an entity floats, close but just out of reach. Wait, what? Is this what I'm actually reading? Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background an entity floats, close but just out of reach. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now, I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all this. I need to push forward my research into the Ultimate Despair, and I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. Oh shit. Okay. So that tells us one thing, I guess? Although this might have already been kind of semi-confirmed, is that the wounds on her hand happened inside the game and not before. Which I feel like they might have said something about that, like they're a couple days old, so I guess that's to be expected, but that's like 100% confirmation now. Okay, so Mukuro was a part of the Ultimate Despair. I don't think there could be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean Mukuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why? Why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even the Headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro is capable of. They would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe the Mastermind is even stronger than Mukuro was.
What?
What's wrong, Makoto? Huh?
That's fine.
You seem to be lost in thought, but I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within that file you should note. What is it? Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before. True. A girl who seems to be included as part of our class number 78. That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. And further information about that girl is included in the file. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, and it even lists her vitals. Hold on. Junko, please. I mean, it was kind of obvious with what she was wearing, though. But I fucking knew it! Okay. That is it, right? 5'7", 97? Okay, I'm on point today so far. It even lists her vitals, 31, 22, 32. Well, what do you think? I think I know exactly who it is. Shut up. I'm gonna go to another room now. What do I think? Are you asking me, like, if she has a nice body? Okay, this is like the one insult Makoto deserves, for sure. You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean... Wait, is he trying to say... Da-na-na. There's a chance the body isn't actually Mukuro? Is that what he's saying? Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible, but it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear.
That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business. So I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy. Holy. And it's the opposite of what Makoto said. Technically, but anyway. Oh, and one last thing. It's a bit of advice from me to you, so I suggest you pay attention. Oh dear. Alright, just give me that last monologue so I can finally stop talking to you for like the rest of the game. Until the trial. Advice for me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help me. Well, don't put too much faith in her. Huh?
In other words...
The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. What are you saying? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. A hunch? But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. I'll keep it in mind, thanks. Yeah. I see you, Mr. Potential Mastermind. Going to the Headmaster room first. I see you. But no, it's... I'm still sticking with Alter Ego / Chihiro. Oh my god, okay, was there another one on this floor? I don't think so, right? Biolab is next. Let's go upstairs. Pretty sure it's on this floor. On the right. Oh, whoa. Wrong button. There it is. Raw! Okay, who's gonna be in the bio room? I'm gonna say... What's the other room I have to go to? Oh yeah, the dojo and the garden. It's probably gonna be Hina then. That's my guess. She's looking for more protein. Well, here I am in the biolab. It's so cold. Oh my god, yeah, what the heck? It's like just a giant freezer. It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. This is Canada in a month. Although it's already getting pretty cold, but it's not like freezing refrigerator cold yet, but you know. Seriously, why is it so cold? No Hina? Oh damn, I'm shocked. Okay, well. Monitor. Tarps! More tarps! It's a tarp! There's so many tarps. Oh, this is the tarp that was used in the killing. I've been seeing a lot of those things lately, yeah, seriously. It's kind of like a little convenient at this point. Alright, check out the table? What's going on here? Ugh, so cold. Why is it so cold in here? That's the first thing I need to figure out. Oh, okay, fine. Well, we'll go here then. Wait, don't tell me this is like a morgue. This is awfully shaped like a morgue and I don't like it. I really hope I don't open one of these and then one of them is in there. There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. And on the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. But on the other side... Other side? Oh, are you kidding me? Did I just call it again? Wait, so... I'm Alive, Kyoko, Toko, Byakuya, Hina, Hiro, and someone else! Are you freaking kidding me right now? No, don't open it. But I want to know. Okay, let's check the others. Can I check the other side? Oh my god. I've seen this kind of thing in horror movies and stuff. Yup. It's a fridge for storing dead bodies. Does that mean this biolab is actually a morgue? I should probably take a closer look around. Okay, now we can check the table properly. Probably. Oh my god. Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. It looks like an instruction manual. Hey, they actually matched the two this time. It's not an instruction booklet. It's a manual. Confirmed. Okay, that is a lot of instructions though, in a chart or like a table. What's going on there? We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. Oh, Jesus. Okay. In addition to the germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Okay. Simply insert the cadaver and the blue light will let you know the automated systems have activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone can keep a body fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. Oh dear. In the likely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. A likely event of a problem? Like someone's in there that's not actually dead and they zombify and they're like, oh god, wait, there's a living thing in here, beep beep beep, problem. Get him out. That's so messed up. The exterior is stainless steel. We do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. That's so extra. Why? This is the instruction manual for the fridge? Oh my god. This is too much. So is that it? Is there nothing else I could look at? I mean, it's the camera and the monitor, but maybe should I check the fridge again, maybe? I don't know. Okay, yeah, here we go. Left ones are on, right hand ones are off. Well, looking around, I think I get it. It seems clear to me now. It was a makeshift morgue. Okay, there we go. Biolab secret. And about those lights by each slot. It looks like it's set up so that when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on. Which would mean inside each slot lit up in blue, another one of the victims is... Hey! I can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died, and that's defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. Whew! Oh man, this is spicy. We're getting a lot of spicy info right now. Okay, while I'm on this floor, I guess I'll go to the garden and the dojo. Which would be garden over here. I'm guessing Hero's here, because he's like always here. He's playing with the chickens. I hope he didn't eat another chicken or something. Wait, the body's not there anymore? Huh? It's gone. Oh shit. Okay. Mukuro's body. It's not here? Oh, music change. Hero, where are you? Come out of the chicken shed. There's still 4 chickens, let's go! Honestly, I'd be kind of terrified if there were more than that. Oh, jeez. Sprinkler control panel, 730, yep. Giant evil death flower. Okay, relevant. Vile plumes, like, can't look at the vile plumes and the weeping bells or victory bells, okay. Okay, the tool shed. Maybe the body's inside the tool shed. I better check just to be sure. I didn't find anything even close to a dead body, but if it's not in here either, then it must be... Could it be in the biolab? No, right? What if they're not dead? What if they're still alive? Ultimate despair means they can never die. They're always alive. Because there was one extra slot for someone we haven't accounted for. So, like, that could literally be anyone. It could be Mukuro still alive, it could be Junko, it could be, I guess alter ego in some way, kind of, but Chihiro did die, so I don't know. Corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in here. There's one other thing. That tarp. A tarp played a key role in another case, so I better look into it. Alright, let me see if I can confirm something here. Can I confirm whether this is Monokuro? I can't, huh? I can't like move it past that. That sucks. Yeah, it's like a flat texture. That sucks. Okay, well, alright, let's check the tarp, I guess. The killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet, which means the killer might have left some clue behind here. Huh? I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp on one corner of the tarp. Yeah, so that confirms that, as if it wasn't already obvious. It says Biolab. Then this organically came from the Biolab. Tarp has been added to the handbook. Lawnmower? What do you mean it's not related to the case? I call bullshit. This is super related. Mukuro. Monokuro. Mokuro. Mokuro. It's almost like Mukuro. Okay, I'm out of here. I'm going to the dojo. That's all I really need to check here. Okay, that was fast. Alright, dojo. Dojo. Alright, is Hiro here now? Or Kyoko might be here? She was here last time. Toko! I forgot about you. I told... Not only did I try to delete her in the game, I also deleted her from my memory. Apparently. Oh, Toko. So this is where you were. Can you please say something that's not completely disturbing or annoying or disgusting or...
What do you want?
Oh, come on! You had your chance. Am I so disgusting you want me out of your sight? I mean... You're not wrong. I cannot confirm or deny that statement. No, that's not it at all. I just thought maybe you'd found a clue. Well, I didn't find anything. Not one single clue. I figured since this place was related to the case, we'd have to have something, right? But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back! Give me back my precious time! Calm down, Toko.
What's your problem?
Don't tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? No, and I just frankly don't give a shit anymore. When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless, good for nothing. Nobody's gonna say that. Master will. I'm not sure I can disagree with that. I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Wait, really? I thought you loved that shit. Well, why won't anyone accept me? Well, I don't think there are any clues here, so maybe I'm gonna get going. I guess, I wonder if she hid something, though. This is very sus, I feel like. But, oh well. Okay, bye, I guess. Okay, what's left? Okay, the second floor of the dorms, I think is the last spot, or am I forgetting something? Headmaster, bio... Oh, the Monokuma door. Oh, wait a minute, I gotta do that too. Which was on the other floor. Shoot, I forgot. Okay, so I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna do the second floor, because that's like completely new. Although the door is obviously new too, but I mean, like, I've never even been on that floor, period, so that's like super duper new. Yeah, here it is. Bum, bum, bum. God, I love this song, so good. Oh, Hina!
Hey, Makoto.
Hey! Ah, Makoto, are you here to look around too? Is that what you're doing here? Yeah, I can't help but wonder about that Monokuma door. She's been like in this room for like half an hour, just looking at the door, waiting for someone to show up to open it for her instead.
Yeah,
So I figured, if all doors in school have been unlocked, that one should be open too, right?
but
Although, I couldn't bring myself to open it. Oh.
I mean,
Because it might explode, right? And that'd really suck. So, you open it. I have to be the scapegoat? I have to be the one who tests this out? I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Yeah, seriously. Alright. It was nice knowing you, Hina. I'm about to go get blown up now. Okay, bye. Okay, so guess I'll open it. Ah, wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. Hina raced over to her nearby desk and hid underneath it. Okay, go ahead. So stupid. Everything will be okay, right? Alright, here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. Whoop. Oh boy, here we go. Whoa. It's like a spaceship in here. What the heck? 04186 8253 295 464. This feels like a lot of gibberish, but there might be some relevancy to all this. There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was, this looks like a Chihiro desk to me. This is what this looks like.
huh?
Whoa, this place is totally sci-fi. Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. Okay, where to begin? There's a hatch. What? Another pit. There's some kind of hatch on the floor, but right now I'm more concerned about that weird device. Oh man, okay. Nice gamer chair there, Chihiro. What is this device? It looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top though, like some kind of military installation or something. Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Hifumi'd probably freak out if he saw it. Yes, that is true too. Cockpit? So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. Then could that mean...
Okay.
Alright, let's start poking at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. No. Hold on, you can't just... or whatever, something like this. But it was too late. Oh, shit. Hina was already jabbing away at the control panel. Oh, why? Why couldn't you just go to the kitchen and eat donuts and fish and stuff? Oh, okay, here we go. Oh.
Huh?
Oh! Wait, that was the sound effects for Monokuma. Are you serious? Woo! This is what controls not only Monokuma, but the sound effects too. Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one. The button that says Data Center. Data Center? I took a good look at the control panel, and I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room next to it. Oh man, I bet if we go back to the Data Center, Monokuma is just gonna be there now. It's like a teleport. And just like Hina said, there was one labeled Data Center. That must be the one she pushed. But the Data Center, that's right next door. The room we were just in. That's where the strange noise came from. I probably better go check it out.
Yeah.
Yes, please. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over here. Alright. Wait, do you have anything to say before I head out there?
Okay.
Don't worry, I'll cheer you on super loud from way over here. That's supposed to make me feel better. Alright, here we go. Hey, Monokuma. Did I just hear what I think I heard? He's like, what the heck am I doing here now? I was enjoying a nice stroll down 2nd floor, and now I'm here. What the heck? Is that Monokuma? He's not saying anything, it's so creepy. Wow, this is like the first time we had to interact with Monokuma. This is so weird. He usually just always pops up in dialogues, but now he's just kinda... he's here. Hello. Hello, bear. Welcome. Hey. Grawr! Give me all your donuts! What? Wait, he was snacking on donuts. Is that you, Hina? Oh!
Wah-wah?
Wah-wah? Aw, man, busted! How did you know?
Say what?
Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup? You don't even know what you're controlling?
Hello.
That voice, I don't think I've ever heard that one. Hello. Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here.
Found it.
Ah, guess what I found? A self-destruct button. Oh no. Whatever you do, don't push it.
Too bad.
Oh man. Were you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it and the control panel inside. Controls Monokuma. Oh my god, this is so great. Whoa, hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma. Huh? What do you mean? What you were controlling just now, it was Monokuma.
Huh?
Monokuma? What? For real? Yep, it looks like the panel definitely controls Monokuma. Ooh, got a burp, hold on. Oh, no, it's not coming out. Come on. Okay, never mind. Which means the Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. And its control room is totally separate from the data center area with all the monitors. In other words,
Hey,
maybe the Mastermind can monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Yeah, that confirms that. Yep, Coco's theory was right. But if the Mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside the school this whole time, right? I guess that would have to be true. But if that is true... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. The Mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer, really is the 16th student. No, it can't be. Oh, there we go. Oh god, okay. I had to get that out of my system, it was annoying me. There's no way, right? Monokuma Control Room has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making. Oh no, it's nothing. Oh, okay. What about you? Is everything okay? Oh, well, it's just... This is where the Mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something? I can't say it is impossible, Oh, that's me. But I really hope it's not true. So like, you wanna leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out. Yeah, good point. We can't waste all our time standing around here. Okay, you wanna get going? Yeah. Okay, bye. Click. Oh. As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. Uh-oh. What was that? Ah, the door! It just locked on its own! What? My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. Rattle, rattle, rattle. And then we're sad and we walked away. Bop, 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 bop. You're right, it's locked, but why? Oh my god, the mastermind was in the hatch the whole time! Shit! No! Now we'll never know! Well, never is a strong word. We won't know until, like, later. When we figure it out. Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted. Monokuma?
Just a second.
Hey, no fair. You can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like.
Hey.
It's for your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just up and stopped moving. Then that room.
Yep.
As you may have guessed, that's where my controls are. So right now you're being operated by someone in that room.
Yes, indeed.
Correcto mundo.
You're a liar.
But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there. We didn't see anyone. Oh, you didn't, did you? Pooh. Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch? No way. The hatch on the floor. Too bad. That was your one big chance and you blew it.
Too bad.
Of course, that hatch can't be open from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Pooh! Peace! He's gone, but...
So,
was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there. In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure.
Huh?
Then, when I said we should leave, well, the hatch couldn't be open from the outside anyway, right? So, it's not your fault.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left. You're right. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice, you've got me all motivated again. Woo.
You got it.
Okay, I'm out. See you later. Hina took off at a full sprint. I have to do what I can too. That's the only way forward. Oh shit, hey, they said way forward. The company. Is that a hint? No. Okay, alright, last area, which is completely new. Let's go here. Alright, where is it? It should be... I forget, right side? Here it is. Oh my god, I'm excited. Oh, I should probably save my game, huh? The gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. Oh, well, too late now. Welp. I guess I can do it here. Okay. Boop. This is the second floor of the dorms? Oh god, what the heck happened here? It got wrecked and shreked. Looks like some ancient ruins. Or no, it's more like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up in here or something. Oh god. Okay. Oh geez, can I investigate over here too? Oh no, I can't because it's like a moving area. Okay. There's some blood over here. Oh no. Oh god. Open door. Another door. Okay, hold on, let me look around. Got some bathrooms over here. We got, what the frick is this? It's a giraffe in a locker. What? Okay. Oh, a random bluish hallway here. Another door? Hello, door. Oh, that's an Egyptian eye symbol thing. Like the Eye of Anubis or something. More blood. Cool, that's great. Yeah, Egyptian god guard, exactly. We're gonna assemble the three gods in Exodia here. I heard trigger syllables. Hi, Anubis. I see someone has also played or seen Yu-Gi-Oh! My brethren are here. Yes. The Eye of Anubis was a card. But I don't remember what it does. I just remember it's a trap card. And I'm pretty sure I have it somewhere. Okay. Let me check the map again. So the one they really want me to check out is the locker room, and oh, Kyoko's there. Kyoko! I ruined the surprise. Okay, let's check the locker room then. First, and then we'll go check on Kyoko. You know what's a little sus right now? Where the hell is Hiro? Wait, don't tell me Hiro's the mastermind. How would that make sense though? No, he was definitely in the same room as us. Like, for like the gym meetings, right? I'm pretty sure he was. But it's kind of sus that I haven't seen him yet. This room is filled with lockers. It must have been for the Hope's Peak students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. These are some messed up lockers. Okay, where to begin? Oh my god, I have to look at every single locker? All the lockers! I'm gonna get all these coins that are useless to me. Alright, well, let's go down the line. Metal plate. Really want to know what's inside, but there ain't no way. Yep, there's... well, yeah, I'm gonna be here all day. Okay, there's only 3 on this side. This one seems intact, though. What if I could open this locker? Rattle, rattle. Nope. Sad. Oh, there's a card reader installed on the door, though. That must be how you get to the locker, or get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the 2nd floor of the school. And you have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So, does that mean... Well, let's just give it a try. I took out my handbook and ran across the card reader. Boop. And then... Oh. No luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. Or can we? Wait, is there 16 lockers? Like, why are these 2 boarded up? Or I guess those 2, those 4, and these 4. Let's count the lockers that are, like, not boarded up. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in quotes is kind of like barely touching, but we'll say 7, because I could see the card reader anyway. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, now if I count the ones that only have card readers, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15! Would you look at that? And this one's probably hiding the mastermind locker, which is 16. Or this one. That's crazy. Okay, what else can I look at? Okay, we have another board. Okay, this one. Maybe one of these is gonna work. Nope. Scan it. Scan it. Scan it. Nope. One of these is gonna work, I feel it. This lock is already broken. Okay, this one. Alright. Nope, locked. E-handbook, give it a try. Biz, nope. Okay, next, this one. One of these is gonna work, it has to. I should start from the right side. It's gonna be one of these ones, isn't it? Dang it. Rampa. This one? Fudge! Is it really gonna be the last one I try? This one here? Oh, god damn it! Really? Not a single one? Is there something I didn't check? Hold on, let me see. I think I checked this one, maybe? I got coins! Woo! Let's freaking go! There's more boarded up ones I guess I didn't check technically. Okay, well this freaking sucks. Alright, let's get out. Maybe Kyoko's or any other people's cards will work here. Alright, off to this room. Kyoko-chan! Whoa, this is a pretty sick getup over here. This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. I feel like this room looks very similar to the Your Turn to Die house room. Like, almost exactly the same. There's missing like the portraits up top. There's also missing shelves, I guess, technically. But like, I feel like the setup was pretty similar with like a, I don't know. Anyway, it just feels very similar. It has a more adult atmosphere.
Correct.
It's the Headmaster's private room. Kyoko!
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret in yellow letters. What's this? So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh? Regret? Okay, I'm gonna talk to you about that after. Hold on. Let's check this. PC. I see windows open. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the Headmaster.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair?
However...
There's not much though. Nothing we don't already know. Aww.
In other words...
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from despair.
However...
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there? But I guess that's the best he can do as a complete Kirigiri failure. Holy shit. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
Correct.
I see. That's a good outlook to have. Oh. Oh, the ultimate despair group. Oh no. 5 shady people. Okay, what about, there's something else there too. The desk, I guess, or the keyboard? I don't know. The desk is home to a computer. It must have belonged to the Headmaster. Okay. Cool. How about the chair? The evil chair. A leather chair. I can't imagine a student using something like this. It must have been the Headmaster's. Okay. Oh, I see a secret door. Oh, this guy really likes his secret doors. Or girl. This person, this mastermind, headmaster, whatever, really likes their secret doors. Alright, let me talk to Kyoko first before I enter the door. Kyoko looks almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something. I probably shouldn't bother her. Oh, okay. Door! Huh? There's a strange gap in the wall. Is this some kind of design mistake or a construction defect or something? Oh, here we go.
So...
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. What? A breeze?
Indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space? Does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. Speak! You know how to open it? Do you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you could even call it a trick. I saw a program on that PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However...
But I don't have a clue what that password might be. All we know is it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right, that's not nearly enough to go on.
It's true.
I looked through all his paperwork and all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. When I think of how much time I wasted on this. Oh man, poor Kyoko. Jeez. So there's a hidden room that she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. Yeah. Like this is like the first time Kyoko's been stumped by something, which is like very, very, very rare. So interesting. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there, but maybe for her there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. No, wait, there might be a chance. Oh my god, Makoto's gonna have a brain blast moment? The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh? Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. Oh, that's actually pretty smart. Because, you know, she's kind of super distant from the family at this point, that like Kirigiri is not like not a name she really wants to associate with, or the father's name, you know. But that'd be dumb. Like, who does that? Who puts their name as the password? I don't know. I guess some people do that, but like it just doesn't make sense. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea he would use her name as his password. Yeah, Hunter 12. Yeah, Kyoko's name. That'd be interesting. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. You mind if I try just to be sure?
Well,
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Oh, okay. Oh, man. That'd be nuts if it's actually Kyoko, though. I mean, it has to be, right? But, like... like, I wonder if, like, Kyoko's misinterpreting the situation here. Like, she's seeing it on just from, like, her angle of, like, my dad left me, so fuck him, I don't want anything to do with him. But maybe from the father's point of view, he's not leaving for the reason of, like, not having to deal with or be a part of her life or whatever, but maybe, like, some other, like, messed up reason. Like, he's, like, spying or gathering in, like, as an FBI or something, gathering intel on this, like, superhuman detective. It's like if this girl ends up in the wrong hands, she could be like an ultimate weapon that, like, can destroy all kinds of things because she's just that much of a genius or something, you know? I don't know. So let's see. If that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
hey,
If you're worried about me and Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay, suit yourself. In that case, here goes nothing. Oh, I collected myself and turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed in her full name. Oh. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it in, ding dong bing bong. Hey, let's go! Beep. What? That did it? Kyoko, it worked! She's like, what the? How could someone figure it out before me?
why?
Oh god, no. Kyoko. Without looking at me, she disappeared to the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko. Oh man. What's in here? Oh! Oh, you see, I knew it! Look! He's got a photo of them! It's like he's doing this for her sake. Not like her sake or the world's sake or something. Not because he wanted to or whatever. Like, oh, there's a gift too! Look at it! Ah! Oh man! This is exciting. Hey, Kyoko. I may as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. Yeah, the photo, right? Or the gift. A presento! Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. What's in the box? I wanna see the photo. Look at the photo. I wanna see baby Kyoko. I better check out that suspicious present before I do anything. No, why? Fine. There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. It's a bomb. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why? You think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous. But surprising, probably. Huh?
It would seem...
If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. What? What could she be thinking of here? Wait, now I wanna guess what it could be. Not something you'll be happy to see. Something related to Fenrir? Or Ultimate Despair? A gun? I don't like what could it possibly be? I need to know. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway...
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Scream? Is that like the father's head in there? Is he dead? Oh shit. Oh no. Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Oh no. I have a feeling if it's that, No way. Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. Took a deep breath and took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Oh my god. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and... No, don't scream! Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. Oh, that was close! The bones. I mean, that is a head, technically, with no skin on it. This is just like, Your Turn to Die kind of had this going on too, but not bones, but like a head of someone dead in it. There's a gift too, so nice happy vibes, me in the distance. Uh-oh. God damn it. Why would this be in such a pretty box? Uh-oh, lol. Uh-oh is right. It was bones. Human bones. Spooky, scary skeleton. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined? Is that literally like the dad? Just as I thought. What? What? Can I look at the photo now? Kyoko said just as I thought. I have to find out what she meant by that. Okay, fine. Just as you thought? How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones. Well, it's not that I was thinking of the bone specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. Oh, confirmed! Is it though? That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box. My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box. Those bones. That body. That's my father. She know, like, wow. How does she know? I kind of want to tell you something, but oh dear. Oh dear. This kind of sounds like the thing you wanted to say last time too. Interesting. Okay. Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for? Hold on. How can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. Oh. Interesting. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. Which would make sense. It's technically not really a spoiler and they don't spell it out for you in the game from now on, but yeah. Oh, interesting. So it's something I've seen already, but I'm forgetting about, which would be relevant to this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Interesting. Should I know or not then? Yep, exactly. This must have been like way back. I mean, this is going back to something here. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. Yeah, but they're conflicting, right? Yeah, that... Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school. But the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume that most likely my father was in this school, but he was also dead. Oh, okay, they're not conflicting. Right. They said alive. That's my assumption anyway. As Coco explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. Oh no. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties, but was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Oh man, I'm trying to like remember, like think about what I saw that I need to remember. I guess don't tell me if it's like gonna like lead me down a correct prediction even easier, I guess, like way easier, maybe. I don't know if that makes sense. Because I'm currently on a set of predictions right now, and I have a weird feeling that I'm probably forgetting a very important detail, and like that is gonna maybe change things or something. You don't think it will? Tell me your predictions. Oh, okay, so I'll repeat. Well, one prediction that I think was kind of obvious and now confirmed is that Mukuro is Junko, which that's what I said. Like in that last chapter, I said it's either Mukuro is Kyoko or Mukuro is Junko, and now we know for sure it's Junko. So that's cool. So that's confirmed, out of the way. Now, other thing. What were my other? Oh, and then my other prediction is that I think now I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure on this, but it feels like all signs point to it. In that the mastermind is Chihiro / alter ego. But what doesn't make sense about that theory now, thinking back on it, is the fact that there's still a 7th morgue light that's not lit up, which would mean that the 7th person that we haven't seen is still alive, and that could literally be anybody. But like, I just can't possibly see Chihiro being alive after what happened to him. So I mean, unless they're considering alter ego as alive, because they're technically alive in computer form, then I don't know. I can't explain that. But those are my two like main thoughts right now. And then I kind of already talked about it just now, but like the whole theory of the father actually like leaving Kyoko for a better reason than Kyoko thinks, as in like there's a very deep thing, or like he was forced to, or there's like some sort of thing that was not just him not wanting to be in her life or something. Like there's some thing like that. And could the thing you're thinking about be the whole story about how they were in Europe and they got split up? Because that's the only other thing I could think of from the past that hasn't really been brought up a lot lately. But like, I think I put 2 and 2 together that was Kyoko and their family. Gotcha. I'm gonna wait a little bit until I tell you, and no, it's not that. Shit. Okay, well... Alright. Can I look at the photo now? Huh? This picture. Oh, zoom in! Oh! Babu Kyoko! It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko! Oh, the gasp! She didn't notice because she was looking at the gift. Oh.
Why would you?
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet... Aww. To now find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Is there anything different about this at all? Like, I don't think so. Kyoko, I mean, I guess her hair is a bit... If it looks a bit more purple in here than it actually is. I feel like her hair is a more white than purple now, but she's getting old. She's a grandma. But no, other than that, I mean, pretty much the same. Still got the braid back then, too. Now, this father... Have we seen a character like this? I don't think so, right? Like, short-ish... Like, teal hair? I guess black, teal, Steel teal? I don't... Metallic teal. Don't really think so. Like, Taka is kind of close, but... Anyway, knowing the headmaster at the time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
Why? What? I want to face him and tell him myself, to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me again. And this time he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? There's something more to this. I can't agree with you right now, Kyoko. As sad as it is, there's something is fishy about all this. Okay, is there anything else I could look at? Ooh, the drawers. Oh man, is there something in there? This filing cabinet seems like the kind of place you'd find a clue. I should take a closer look. Oh my god. But I don't think Kyoko would like some stranger like me touching her dad's stuff. Kyoko, please. ...
Hey.
It's fine. Check whatever you want. Jeez, she's so strong. Are you sure? Okay then. More bones. Here's the leg bone drawer. Here's the arm bone drawer. Starting from the top, but all I found were piles and piles of unrelated documents. Unrelated? He was pretty dedicated to his job, huh?
Well?
It's just because he didn't have anything else. He could have inherited our family business, our legacy. Instead, he left it all behind.
Now...
If he couldn't even handle a job like this, he would have been that much more of a failure. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it made him desperate. Oh my god. I mean, anything is possible. Oh, another desk. Or like, no, this is a desk, not another one. But well, I mean, a desk. He had a desk outside in the regular room, and that was a secret special desk, the headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out. But I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission. She's fine.
Hey.
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you'd like. Are you sure?
Because...
Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. Okay, then if you don't mind. Start from the top. I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. No! Oh, but in the last drawer. Oh. Huh? Is this? It's an e-handbook, right? And has a label on it that says, in case of emergency. Go back to the locker room! Go back! Open all the lockers! Oh my god.
In other words...
A handbook with no limitations. Oh! Open all of them! Given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. I think you're probably right.
It would seem...
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Oh, it will! It will! Why don't you hold on to it? Huh? But Kyoko... I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay?
Hey.
Listen, Makoto. Huh? Can I ask you a favor? Oh! Reaction! Yes, Kyoko-chan? What is it?
So...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this, and I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but...
Hey.
Could you leave? I was gonna, but alright. Sure. I'll leave a little bit sooner than I was going to.
Correct.
Huh? Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Oh no, she's gonna cry. She's hiding her tears. Kyoko. Don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little. I need to get my emotions in order. AKA, you need to cry your heart out. It's fine. I understand. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Bingo! Bingo bango! We're on the same page. Is that what you're going to say? Oh wait, maybe we're not on the same page. That's what she wants me to think. Dang it! If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. I mean, that's fair. That is true. Yes, I understand. I understand it's very hard and very difficult for you, and it was very rough all those years because of him leaving, but there's a reason. There's a deep down theory in all this. That problem can't be solved so easily. Yeah, it won't be solved, but we're gonna figure out why this happened. You're right, I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then I'll see you later. ... And she kicks me out. Drop kick. Pfft. Ow. Is she really okay? Kyoko, it must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. To find out what happened to the headmaster. There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster, killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. The one leading the Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was the Hope's Peak headmaster. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind, which means the mastermind strategy is one of us. Okay, I've seen this they literally showed that dialogue like 5 times already. 15 of us met in the mail hall, and add Mukuro to the mix and you get 16. And including me, only 6 of us are still alive. See, this is the thing. There's 7 lights though that are off. Everyone else is dead. Nope, there's 1 more. Oh no, no, no! Oh no, okay, where is it? Okay, Chihiro's gone, I think. Okay, we did it. Even Mukuro. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still left alive are... Moi, Makoto, Naegi, Byakuya, Hiro, high five, bro. Toko, disgusting. Hina, I like fish and donuts, and Kyoko. ... Only those 6 people are still alive. Nope, wrong. Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Yes, that's correct. Correct! Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm getting super excited and I have to go to the bathroom. And I think I'm gonna take get another snack. I'm gonna get a little choco. And yeah, I'll be back in maybe 2 minutes tops. Because I'll probably eat while playing. Okay. Where's my OBS? Alright, BRB! Why is this song so loud? And so awesome? Yay! Congrats! You beat the record! Receive your reward outside of the course. Your face is red. I wasn't ready for that. It was such a crazy congrats song. I want to hear that again. Hi ho, well done. Just straight up recognition. Yeah. Okay. Off to the gym. I did it. Speed run. Yeah. Alright, sick. Very good, tomato. Very good. Oh, the Pingu! Oh no! Oh no, the Pingu! No, I'm sorry. Get him out! Save the Pingu! No! Oh, poor thing. Oh, that's so good, but so sad at the same time. He'll then fuse into the dragon. Okay, we gotta do it. All right. Who believes? I believe. All right, I'm gonna put it in slot 2 because it's my number. Okay, here we go. I'm believing. Here we go. And oh, I have to choose. Oh, that thing is so cute. What is that? Okay, I'm going with this. I did it! Hey, let's go. Anime! Oh, I'm so glad I got this game. This is amazing. Hey, you can wreck me, I can wreck you back. Okay, I was back really quick, like I said. Alright, I got me some Chocos. My little Chocos. My... Not sponsored by Canadian, well not Canadian only, but non-American coffee crisps. It's so weird, like we have the you know, the classic mix of like, what do you call it, coffee crisp, Kit Kat Aero, and Smarties or whatever, and like, I do not like coffee at all, but of those four, I like coffee crisp the best, go figure. There's something about it, I don't know, it doesn't taste like coffee at all to me, it's just like, it's more wafer to me with chocolate on it than coffee. Okay. Also, I think I realized when I went to the bathroom and looking in the mirror, I don't know why I didn't wear this shirt when I was playing Snowboard Kids. It's a skateboarding Mr. Saturn with a giant nose, and that's literally like almost Snowboard Kids in a nutshell. Big nose thing on a board. Yeah, this is like one of my favorite, actually maybe my favorite Yeti shirt I've ever bought, because it's like literally me. It's a skateboarding Earthbound character. So sick. Okay. So, certainly this is gonna work, right? Now that I have it. Alright, I'm already eating the second one. I'm going in for the double kill. Oh man, I thought I had a message on the back of this one. It's like, there's like some kind of like, I don't know. Anyway, rattle, rattle. No. Makoto, please. Ah, here we go. Wait, but what about the emergency handbook? Woo! Let's go. Beep! Let's go! Alright, just what I was hoping for. Now let's see what we got inside. Oh man, there's so many lockers to go through! Sorry, I'm waiting to finish chewing. This is interesting. This looks like hero stuff to me. Crystal ball, tarot cards. Dude, what? Okay. Interesting. And it's disorganized, because this room is kind of a mess too in a way. There's just a bunch of stuff everywhere. Whoever belongs to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. Oh my god, Jesus. When did Makoto get so savage? Yeah, crystal ball. No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. Wait, can I look at this thing? Oh, I can't look at this drawing? What else can I look at? The tarot cards? Nope. Oh. Deck, yeah. Deck of tarot cards. Yes. But wait, aren't those used for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order, and dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever stuffed this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Try and act as casual and natural as possible. I picked up one of the notebooks I saw, but the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. Yasuhiro Hagakure, baby! What? There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yasuhiro Hagakure. Is this our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes. Dude, this is crazy! This is like our actual lockers. Because we actually went to school. What the... Okay. Which would mean... he attended classes here? No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to the school at the same time as the rest of us. And we were all stuck into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. So what is this notebook? Holy moly, dude. Okay, let's get out. Can I look at the other ones now? There's so many other lockers here. There's this one. Oh, I guess no, those are all broken up. What about this one? Okay, beep. Locker opened. Let's see what we got inside. So it's gonna be... I'm gonna say... Hina. Nothing. Really? Did I just guess correctly right away? There's no way. Locker open. Let's see what we got inside. Oh! What? This thing is practically empty. It's Byakuya's wallet. There's just one thing. Some kind of pocketbook. Or is that Kyoko's detective book? I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. But there's some writing inside. It could be important. Oh! Oh! I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I better take a look. Oh, looks like a girl's handwriting. Kyoko? And all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. The heck? Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Oh, this could be Toko too, maybe? Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. Uh-oh. I saw something familiar written there. Words I'd heard before. Oh. Pride! In orange letters. Oh my god, his face. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decide to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father! He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. What? So they've communicated? So she, like, kind of lied? I think? Or did she mention that? Did she mention that she knew? I don't think so. What the hell? Okay. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Huh? So is this like the original intent of Hope's Peak Academy and then someone like converted this into a death game for shits and giggles? Huh. Or again, like I said, this is all of us in a simulation. They're doing tests on all of us ultimate students. And they're just they're getting a little bored and they're doing this to us. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. It couldn't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. Exactly! Exactly! She hasn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. I mean, maybe that's technically true. Maybe she hasn't seen her dad, but she's communicated via something. That's possible. I'm not gonna say that's completely, like, contradictory, but yeah. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing, but when I reached the last page, the question mark spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. Oh my god. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. What? Oh, what? Wait, I want to read that. Are they gonna show it again? What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? Okay, there we go. Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. What? What? This is bonkers. Okay. The more I see, the less sense it makes. Because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are there things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro. And a pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation, but if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward. And I have to believe in everyone. Alright, is that the last thing? I want more. This is so great. Nothing in there. Nothing. No, please. One more. Give me one last grain of info. No! No! I mean, that's a lot of info, but... Oh, man, okay. Alright. Investigation over. Yep. Ding dong bing bong.
This is a school announcement.
He's like getting less confident with the announcements.
Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely? Well then, since you're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little hint.
There's my grain! More info! Oh my god.
For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
ASA possible. Oh man. Oh, the music's back. Let's go. What? Now he wants to give us a hint? It's suspicious. There's no doubt about that. This could be a trap. But even knowing that, he said to go to the gym, right? Oh my god. Oh, this is crazy. Hiro! Yeah, where the frick were you? Oh, hey, Hiro. Dude, that's sus. Oh, wait, he's freaking out. Wait a minute. Wait, oh, is it because I'm a ghost? Makoto! Why'd you act so surprised? Oh, no reason. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out. You already talked to him? What'd he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go! Hiro, wait. There's no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. Hiro? Like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? It is pretty sus that we haven't seen him the entire investigation, I will say that. Like, for all I know, he could have been controlling Monokuma, but I don't know. I don't feel very confident in that either. Oh man, okay, what is this? What did you say, Monokuma, that made Hiro freak out and run? Oh man. This is so exciting.
I am Monokuma!
Yes, you are! Hello! Welcome! Hello! Are you ready for your final hint? Well, it just so happens to be in the envelope on the ground in front of you. The envelope? This might be the last time I get to hear this song, so let me just enjoy this while I can. Oh man. This must be the envelope. Boo! And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside. What? Don't worry, just get on with it. Oh man. Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and opened it. Oh my god. What I found was A single photograph? Look at this photograph! Every time I look, it makes me laugh. Oh shit! And Mukuro's there too! Wait, Mukuro and Junko are there. Oh no, my theory. Wait. What the fuck? Okay, wait a minute. Wait. No. There's missing someone. Wait. Oh, me. Makoto. I need to. I'm like. Give me. I need to like absorb this. I need to take this all in for a sec. I find it pretty odd that Junko's face is covered though. That's super sus. Taka's arm is perfectly placed in front of Junko's face. I wonder why. That's like the biggest mystery right now, I think. This whole Junko Mukuro thing is very, very, very weird. They kind of look like the same height in this photo. Right? I think so. Kyoko's chilling in the back. Oh, Chihiro. Byakuya doing his usual. Yeah, Sakura front and center as it should be. Hifumi. I love how she's using Hifumi as like a hand rest. I also find it interesting that Sayaka and Leon are like sitting next to each other, and Leon's got his arm around, well, the chair, I think, not her, but it kind of makes sense that they're close in that they were. He wanted to be like a part of a music group or something, and she was in a group or something. But then he ended up killing her, supposedly, which that's weird, but you know. Okay, alright, let's continue. There's everyone who come to host Peak at the same time as me. Wait, but there's someone behind Sayaka. Mukuro Ikusaba! She's the only one I don't recognize. Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right, when Byakuya and I were in the Headmaster's room and we looked at that file. Yep, that's her, alright. Then this girl is... What? Why? Why is Mukuro here with everyone else? And even more than that, just having everyone here pose like this is weird enough by itself. And we're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like this. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. Yeah, where am I? I'm not in the picture. What if Makoto was Junko all along? Oh dear lord. I'm the only one not there. The picture has all 15 other students, but not me. Or conversely, Makoto is Mukuro somehow. But she's taller though. Picture has all 15 other students, but not me. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived here at Hope's Peak Academy. So it's natural for me not to be in this picture, but what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in this picture. I thought everyone was like me and didn't know each other till they got here. But if this picture is real... Yeah, because Hifumi kind of hinted at that, too. Hifumi, when he was dying, he was like, I remember everything. Hope's Peak. So, that's real. All that is all real for sure. Could it be? Everyone else and just me? Everyone here except me is... Yeah, it's like I'm the imposter here. I'm the ultimate average person, whereas everyone is actually an ultimate prodigy. This is gonna be crazy. Like, Makoto has some deep secret too in all this. Pooh! How long are you gonna keep up this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet? Hamlet.
What are you gonna do?
You're kind of getting in the way standing there, you know. So, I mean, get out! But I told you, I'm not fielding any questions.
Unbelievable.
What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally out of left field. Oh, he's glitching out again. Dugret TT/R @ 2E exclamation mark long hyphen BRRRRQFFQZZZZZKKKK greater than 3, not less than 3. Oh man. Okay. I guess that means he's done talking. Damn it. Group photo has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. Oh man. Is that everything? Can we compare our envelopes, please? In the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. And with that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. Go to the dining hall. Go. Compare with your friends, please. How does that count as a hint? It just made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. That ain't fake, dude. That's real. But it looks so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? Bingo. Photoshop. I mean, this is Monokuma after all, being controlled by some very fancy technology. I'm sure the person could have photoshopped this photo if they wanted to. But I still think it's real. Deep down, it has to be real. Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. Yes, do it. That should clear all this up. Yes. I have to clear all this up. Yes, you do. Let's go. God, I love this. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna just warp there. I'm also gonna save too. Actually, let me save now. Oh, this is so sick. Yes. Go, go, go! Oh man. Please tell me they're gonna share. And please tell me it's not just gonna be the same photo everywhere. Only Hina? She's already went to go get her donuts. So this is where you've been hiding. Listen, I was hoping to talk to you. Makoto? Sorry, gotta go. What? Oh shit! Okay, it's clicking now. Okay, that just confirms something for me. Oh my god! Makoto, who are you? Oh! Okay, so my hint is the only one different than everybody else's, and everybody else's hint was something about me. And he couldn't tell me because that would give it away, obviously. And they're all freaking out because it was some messed up info. Like, I thought maybe Heroes could have had something to do with him and he was just freaking out and running away. Or, you know, because I'm a ghost and he's freaking out. But now this is Hina. We were having just a friendly conversation, no problem earlier, and now she's freaking out too. So that's just like... Oh, man. This is crazy. Okay. So she ran off so fast I didn't even have time to ask her to stop. Hina, why? Why? Why won't you talk to me? Oh my god. Oh, how am I gonna wait till Monday to play this? There's just no way. Okay, where are the rest of y'all? Is Kyoko still there? No? Oh, there's one. Of course, Byakuya's in the archive, this freaking guy. Oh, man. Well, he's not gonna run off, right? He's going straight to the archive to find info on me. If he runs away, this is like... There's some truly messed up shit regarding Makoto. Okay. Yo! Sup? Oh, Byakuya. Oh, that face. Listen, do you think we could talk? Byakuya?
That's enough.
I have nothing to talk to you about. Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Oh man. Hey, Byakuya, wait! Of course he didn't, he just walked away. What the? Why is he acting like that? Like he was purposely trying to avoid me. Okay, let's get Toko out of the way, cause fuck that. Where is she? Oh, they're both here? Hiro, Toko. She's in the biolab. Why is she in the biolab? I wonder if she's gonna understand the whole light situation. Why is it quiet here? Oh no. Maybe I should have saved this for last. I decided to visit the biolab one more time. And who do I find? Genocide Jill. First thing I saw when I got there. Oh. Was her passed out again. Huh? Toko? What, did she peek inside the morgue? No, but there would be no blood there, right? Unless they had a blood wound still on them, I guess, maybe. Oh, she did open one! Oh my god! Oh, this is so crazy. So now the question is, who would this be? In theory, the last one dead should be Mukuro slash Junko slash whoever the hell that is. But I have a weird feeling this is not going to be any of them and it's going to be Sakura. But is that big enough for Sakura? I feel like Sakura would like fill up the entire... She might not even fit in this thing. She's huge. Okay, well... I'm gonna save now again. Okay. Toko, are you okay? No, no. She's not dead, is she? No, she's not. Oh. Wow, no! I knew as soon as I said that I was gonna get taken out of context. It's like huge is so vague. You say huge and it's like automatically, oh my god, she's fat! You're calling her fat? Oh my god. She's not fat at all, she's freaking buff. She's like, her muscles are bigger than my entire body. Like one arm muscle. A tall, strong woman, yes. Okay, hi Genocide Jill. I knew this was gonna happen. It's cold. It's super cold. It's so cold I think I might catch cold. If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will.
I see.
What? I was asleep? I must have fainted again. I bet you were standing there, staring at me, getting all excited, weren't you? No, I wasn't.
When you reach that
Oh.
certain age,
I just want to know more info. I want to know why you guys all are scared of me. Stop. Stop it. And then Corey ended the stream. I'm done. I'm deleting her for good now. I'm looking in the files right now. Hold on, I'm opening this up right now. I'm getting straight to this. This needs to happen now. She needs to be deleted. Okay, C drive. All right, program files. No, program files x86. Steam. Steam apps. Common. Danganronpa. Okay, let's see what we got here. Aha! dr1_data dot that. I'm gonna open that up in an editor and I'm gonna find every mention of Toko and just delete it. Bye. I'm not reading this. Okay, so why did you pass out? I don't know. Last thing I remember was me waking up just now. What did you do to Miss Morose? Oh, so that is Sakura, right? Oh, that's right. Your memory stops and starts each time you switch. Oh, wait, no. Maybe she's still thinking about the previous chapter where we saw Jill. Bingo bazinga! We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate. And don't say it's like it's a bad, or don't say it like a, and don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember. So it's like double the memory. No, it's more like half. Just like Jack's memory. Okay. But all I want to know right now is, where's my little darling? Tell me now, or I slit your throat. I don't know. I'm sure Bianca's around somewhere doing his own investigating.
Yes.
By himself? I assume so.
Oh, I'm on fire.
I knew it. I totally knew it. I'm a total pro when it comes to all things master. Anyway, I gotta hurry. I can't even imagine how lonely he must be right now. Was that a mistake? That was a mistake, right? That image of her was not genocide, Jill. That was angry or flustered or determined Toko or something. Shouldn't have her tongue out. What is with this chapter? Anyway. Toko shot off, her eerie laughter echoing behind her. Oh, I totally forgot to ask her about the picture. Yeah, shit. Well, there's no point asking Genocide Jack anyway. She won't even know. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? I wonder why. Pan's right. Okay. Oh, man. If there's one thing I'm gonna be happy about with this game being over, well, okay, I guess that can't be for sure because they might pop up in sequels or something. But not having to hear Toko's freaking lewd, horny bullshit. All right, the fridge, it's open. I'm sure they're all shut tight last time I was here. That must be why she passed out. Oh, who's here? Hello, Kyoko?
Right.
Dude, I always know when it's Kyoko. This is like the third time now where it's like, I know it's Kyoko, and it's Kyoko. We're connected. I know you. You know me. We're a happy family. She faints so easily. Kyoko?
Makoto.
It's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay? She isn't running away from me. So either she didn't go to the gym yet, or she's like, I'm keeping it cool, it's fine.
Indeed.
I'm sorry if I made you worry. No, you don't have to apologize.
Listen.
But listen, about this room. Oh yeah,
It would seem...
it's a morgue. Yup, no shit. Yeah,
I knew it.
I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge, seen what was in there, and, well, there you have it. You knew she'd fainted?
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear.
It would seem...
I imagine she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there, that's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. Why does everything gotta be so difficult with her?
Anyway,
we should close it up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that. No, we gotta see who it is! No! No!
Makoto.
No! Give me a hand with this. No! Keep it open! I'm holding it open. Kyoko approached the fridge, hands outstretched. No. Oh, suddenly she stopped. Okay, good. What's wrong, huh? What's wrong?
Listen.
Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. Thank you. I was gonna be like, no. We have to know who this is. Huh? How come? Because Mukuro's body's in here. Oh, okay, so that confirms that. It is Mukuro? Are you sure? Are you 100% sure it's Mukuro? Mukuro's corpse? Mukuro's body's inside the fridge?
I see.
Just like every other time, the mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial. The mastermind did it? Because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So...
You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. Oh yeah, here's Kyoko doing her thing. Kyoko didn't get a chance to check the body during the last investigation.
Makoto.
I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm gonna find a clue this time, and I'm gonna grab the mastermind by the tail. Let's go! Okay, so what should I do?
So then...
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. Okay, what I want to know, okay, if we can just freely open this ourselves, can we just open the other 6? Or 8? Or however many there is? I think it's, wait, math. 8. There should be 8 more. Can we just open the other 8 more to figure out who's the missing corpse? Because in theory we're supposed to have 10 total, but we only have 9. So, God, I hope we could do that too, but then maybe that'd be too obvious. We're gonna know too much if we do that. But I want to know. Just wait over there. That's it. No, can I look? Can I? Oh, maybe? Please. Please. On the left side, yeah. No, let me look.
It would seem...
I've seen the blue light comes on when a slot is occupied. Yes! Can I open all of them, please? When someone's in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around, the number of lights that are on, including Mukro's, doesn't match what we have now! Look! There's 9 in all. I'm so impatient right now, I'm sorry, but I want to know so badly. 9 lights? No, don't stop there! You have to know! Oh, I'm so sad. Alright, Kyoko, did you find something? Oh, I should ask Kyoko about the group photo. Yes, please. After all, she's in it too. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I want to talk to you about something. What is it? It's about that announcement Monokuma made earlier. You mean the one about a hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. Oh, that's why she's not freaking out or running away. Huh? Why not?
Because...
The only reason he'd give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us, to cloud our judgment. She's too smart! I could solve this mystery on my own without whatever hints he may have to offer. That's a good point. I wish I'd go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Standing here looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the mastermind forge that picture as a trap to confuse us? That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. No. The others did not get a photo, or if they got something different for sure. Alright, now what? Oh, can I see the body? Fridge meant for storing dead bodies. I can't do it, I can't look inside. No! No! Makoto! This is important! Yeah, I've seen the tarp. Yep, I've seen this very old tarp in the shed. It had the biolab stamp. Sure did. Yep. Someone got it from the biolab, took it over there. Yep. Nothing new. Okay, Kyoko! Explain. What did you find? Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Already? Jeez, that was fast.
Indeed.
Anyone can do good work if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief. Reporto! Yes, please. So, did you find anything?
Indeed.
I paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood, and it seems highly likely that the stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Unfortunately, we already are aware of this. Actually, oh wait, no we're not. Hold on. Wait, stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. I thought the blow to the back of the head was what did it. And then the stomach wound happened after? So this changes something. Really? The burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means neither of those were the fatal injury, right? Then what was the fatal injury? Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Is this gonna go back to my original theory? I sure hope so. They actually got stabbed and then they reversed the stab. Is that not what happened? The only other option is those other wounds, but the file said they were old. And like what? Like there were just wounds on their hand? Like did they just bleed out? Like of their wrists? Like a certain someone in another game? Because I guess it could be that too. Where does it say they're old? Huh?
Because...
All the Monokuma file says is that they were inflicted at least several days ago. Yeah. So it happened in here. It's not that old, but, you know. I guess I don't see the difference?
Wrong.
Well, the difference is immense, considering the impression they give.
Listen.
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old.
However...
But that doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds. It makes it sound like they've been there forever, like they're not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? I know who you're talking about. I sad now. Yeah. Yeah. That makes two things that's related to that game in this chapter. There was also the box. But yeah, anyway, we all got the Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? So if the wounds are at least a few days old, there's no way they could have had anything to do with it.
So then...
But what if Mukuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days? What?
At the very least.
Certainly you can allow it as one of the many possibilities, can't you? One of many?
Right.
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can.
In other words,
They envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Hey, that's what I'm doing, except I'm like spitting out a ton of crazy possibilities, but you know, they're all possibilities. It's technically possible. Then as they investigate, they test what they find against each of these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work. But beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future. Okay.
hey,
So if there's anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body, now's the time. Reaction! Come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier when I was looking at Mukuro's profile, it listed her height and weight. Oh,
so
5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds. Vitals were 31, 22, 32. Did I get all that right? You remembered all that? They are indeed consistent with the corpse. So then...
indeed,
And don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. There's absolutely no mistake.
indeed.
Our victim in this case is, without a doubt, Mukuro Ikusaba. Are you sure? Are you sure about that, Kyoko? I don't know about that.
And
Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so.
so then,
Then it looks like we have no further business with Mukuro's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilly in here. Oh, wait, are we not going to put the body back? Don't you think it's kind of sad leaving out like this? Yeah.
why?
Sad? Did you forget? She was our enemy once. A part of the ultimate despair. But she still got killed. She's still a victim.
Hey,
Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still. You really are naive, you know that? Shh. It's really quite appalling. Hey! That's mean! Your Byakuyo side is coming out. Stop it. But she could have abandoned me, but she decided to help me instead. So for someone like that, what does it mean to be naive? Oh. And bye-bye. I think we've done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations, yes? Hold on. I still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. Oh, yes! Oh, I forgot about this, briefly. Yes, ask her about the pocketbook. Oh, snap. If I don't do it now, I'm never gonna have a chance again! Oh, man, I'm saving again. Oh, man. Okay. Hey, Kyoko. I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask.
what?
Go ahead then, out with it. Have you really not seen your dad even once since you got here?
What?
Oh, gotcha!
So,
What do you mean? Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms?
indeed.
I do, yes. But to get into any of the lockers, you need the handbook of whoever the locker belongs to. Are you sure about that, Kyoko? I don't know about that. I think you're forgetting a very important detail. Actually, I managed to get them open using that emergency handbook.
I see.
The one you found in the headmaster's hidden room.
And?
So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I sure did. I sure did. I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
Why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because,
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? No. We just went over this. I can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
what?
Oh, gasp! I don't know if I've seen this face before.
If that's true,
Could that mean that video is real too? Video? Oh, whoa, yeah, you know what? Come to think of it, wow, I totally forgot about this. We've only seen one other video, like the DVDs that they showed at the start. I've seen only mine, and I've seen Sayaka's. I have not seen all the other 14. So, wow, this is a throwback. This is like all the way to chapter 1 throwback. Video? Makoto, I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Although, I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. What are you talking about? I need to go investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own 2 eyes. Oh, let me give you the Headmaster's handbook. That way you can...
So...
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. Oh, that's true. After all, it would seem that it's my locker. Your locker?
Makoto.
If you watch this, it'll all make sense. Oh! Oh! Wait, is that not the same DVD? Class 78 Urgent Interviews. Wait, no, this is different! It's another DVD! A 17th DVD? What? Oh! Wait, Urgent Interviews? Is this like an interview with all 16 of us? Oh my god. I'm gonna be feasting on some content if it's that. Oh my god. Oh my god. I found it in that hidden room after you left.
Anyway...
Oh, in the hidden room. We missed it. I don't have time to explain exactly what I think it means, so just watch it and see for yourself. I think you'll realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen before. None of this makes sense right now, but I guess that means there's some important clue on this DVD. Off to the DVD player room, go, go, go!
Makoto.
Oh, and now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble? Oh, yes, sure. Give me everything. I'm a sponge. I'm an information sponge. Ramble?
In other words...
Oh, the music's quiet. Oh no. Da, da, da. Okay, as it turns out, the arrangements I'd made didn't stick. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings. Oh. Talking about your daddy, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life, and all because of the mastermind.
However...
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burn with the fire of determination. Oh snap. The determination to defeat the mastermind. Mwahaha. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness. Oh no.
Why?
So why is it? Why does it bother me so much to know how he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it, I guess. She let out a small laugh as she said it. But her smile was filled with sorrow. Oh no. So that's it for my rambling. There's still much to do before I can consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right.
Hey.
But keep this in mind. There is only ever one absolute truth. Whether that truth serves justice or suffering, in yellow words. Whether it's the greatest truth or the worst, in yellow text. What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Dang, that's deep. Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then...
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. Oh no! Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko was gone. I better get going myself. I got the DVD from Kyoko. I should head to the AV room. Yes! Kyoko said something about hopeless truth, but no matter what happens, I won't lose hope. Even if it's the worst truth in the world. I can't afford to lose! Okay. I'm gonna test something before I go to the AV room. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna let me, but I want to see if I can go to the locker room and see if Kyoko managed to open it. They're probably gonna be like, no, you shouldn't be here. You gotta go to this. You gotta go check the DVD out. But I'm curious. Kini narimasu. Oh, I passed it. What am I doing? That's the headmaster room. No, I knew it. Yeah, I mean, it was obvious. Okay, okay, that's on the first floor of the school. I think it's somewhere here. Nurse, store, exit, AV room, yeah. Oh my god, what is this video gonna be? Oh man. Anything in the box? More bones? Absolutely nothing. Hey, but coins. Yes, I'm even more rich. Okay, play it. Oh, this should be able to play DVDs just fine. Well then, I better take a look. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so excited. What is this gonna be? I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. Oh my god, what is it? It said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on screen. What do you mean? No! No! I stared to the black of the monitor. It must have only been a few seconds. But to me, it felt like an eternity. And then all of a sudden, oh, yes, yes, okay. Whew. An image appeared. Okay, here we go. Is it everybody? Is everybody getting interviewed? Oh, please. Please, 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 please. Oh! Sayaka. It took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was, talking to Father Kyoko. Kirigiri, Father Kirigiri.
Okay then, are you ready to begin?
That's what he sounds like! Oh my god! Father's voice! The voice I heard was of the man positioned on one side of the screen. Yeah, it's definitely him confirmed. It's the headmaster room, you can tell by the trophy and the crown and all that. He sounds like Mondo. Plot twist! I want to hear his voice again. Voice of a middle-aged man.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation.
That doesn't sound like Mondo. Wait, it is the same voice actor? What? Dang, it's like so different. I haven't heard Mondo in a long time though, to be fair. But, yeah. Hope you don't mind if I record, okay?
I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
I'd have to hear Mondo again. Because Mondo just sounds super angry. Okay, it sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
What? Oh, you're not voicing that? You want me to accept that? Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of your life in the school? Accept. What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe.
Okay, so, what I think is going on here, for her to want to accept that, is probably due to the tragedy. So this is like a way to escape from whatever's going on with the tragedy. Or whatever. Like if she's that committed to doing that, then that makes the most sense. Okay.
As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
Next, are we gonna see all 16? Or 15 if you don't count me, I guess. That's where the video cut out? That's it? It says interviews though. No! All of them! No! There was a lot I hadn't understood up till now. But this, only this, I simply couldn't comprehend what I'd heard. Because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so bad. She tried to frame me for murder. So why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light. Oh! On the monitor, the video that I thought was finished flashed back on screen. Yes! There's more! My eyes darted back to the screen. And if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. Oh my god. One step closer to the edge. I'm about to break. Alright, here we go. Wait! Oh no! Okay. I exist. I exist in this timeline. But why was I not in the photo? Okay, here we go. What I saw was me. Impossibly, undeniably me.
So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our
It's
conversation.
the same thing, yes.
Yes.
Yes! Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation. But the I in the here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk to him like this.
Now, shall we get straight to the point?
Sure.
Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Yes.
This can't be real. I said
I'm
yes?
sorry I'm putting you through all this.
Well, I mean, you don't have much of a choice.
Oh, confirmation! Don't have a choice. Oh,
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with the others. Oh my god. Oh, we can see all of them! Yes! Byakuya. Toko. But are we gonna see all of them though? No, we're gonna be missing one, right? We're gonna be missing one again? Hina, everyone? They all said they agreed to live in the school forever. And then... Oh! Yes! They met! She freaking lied! Kyoko! Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Is it different though? Oh my god, I need a drink. Oh my god. This is insane. Okay. She sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father. When he asked her his question, she answered the same as everyone else. That's it? She accepted a life within the school, just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up. Oh, the monitor suddenly went black. What do you mean? Huh? It wasn't just the monitor, the DVD player itself had apparently turned off. No! Monokuma! Which of course meant the DVD wasn't playing anymore. Well, what the heck just happened? You motherfucker! No! Oh man. Okay. Welp. Yeah. Oopsie. Looks like it broke. Out of service. What? It just so happened to break just now?
Too bad.
No, then, when, doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right? Failure my ass. Oh my god, dude, Makoto's savage. I love him. You cut the power on purpose, you freaking bear. Douche bear. Get back here. Well, whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. No, it wouldn't be. No fucking way it would be. He'd ask them the question and they'd all say yes. I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge exasperated sigh. Which I did earlier, but as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect. Oh, they're bringing this back up.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey,
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Convenient outcome. Something seemed to obviously work in favor of the mastermind. So does that mean I've lost my memory too? No shit. What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or is the mastermind among us? Remember everything. Oh man. The interview DVD has been updated in the True Bullets. Oh no. You know what that sound means? It means the stream's probably over. Oh man.
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end. And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black, there is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought. But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning. Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again. Because the end is only the beginning. Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial.
Holy crap.
Everyone gather once again at you know where.
Oh, it's about to begin again. The class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny. The last time all our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. Dun, dun, dun. I have to do this. Okay then. This is the end. Oh man. Oh. Oh my goodness, dude. Should I step in? I wanna know. I wanna know. I wanna know what happened here. But I also have to go to bed. Oh man. Oh. Step in? Okay, I'm stepping in. Hey Welsh, how's it going? How's my island? Oh, my island of, 40 hours now? I've already put 40 hours in the game. I understand why people play, like, hundreds of hours of that game. I've only played it for, like, not even 2 weeks now. I started on Saturday of, not this past weekend, but the weekend before that. Island's going okay though, I guess. I'm still in the main story because I'm not time traveling anymore. And I think I'm really close to getting done with it. It's just, I'm missing a few things. I need to like get my island to like 3 stars or something, which I'm 1 star away. And I don't know if I need to get to 10 villagers, but I'm 1 villager away from hitting 10. I'm working on getting this guy in. My first boy, my Froggo boy in. Jeremiah was a bullfrog, so that's gonna take a few days, but yeah. But yeah, it's been fun so far. Yo, Gucci! Ohayo, Gucci-san. Detective Skaitama! How is it going? Hope you're doing well. I am about to be finished soon, but yes. I guess I'm the first one this time. You'll get to the same point. Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Makoto.
You're early, Makoto. Oh.
Listen.
Does that mean you feel prepared? Yeah, for now at least. Yeah, where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
However.
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. And just like she said... Oh. Byakuya. Dot dot dot. Byakuya! That face. Byakuya? And they're all just there quiet. Where's Genocide Jill / Toko? They arrive one after another, but they are all in the same state of shock. Hina? Hiro? No! Silence. And it wasn't any normal silence. It was the deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first class trial. Hey, Genocide Jill's still here.
So I appear.
I'm late.
I'm on fire.
Ah, dang it. I'm not reading this either. What are these words you're using? Now listen, everything will be just fine if you leave it to me.
My beautiful scissors!
With my sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and shiv the master of evil. But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. If it's what Master wants, it could be boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Oh, okay, thank goodness. Although genocide is definitely a lot more fun than Toko, but you can't win with Toko. Where am I? No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Me. Literally me. Every time I interact with Toko or Byakuya. Literally me. No human. This is such a quote. This is such a good quote. I'm screenshotting this. No! No, it didn't work because I hit control. Fudge. Okay, I'll get it from the VOD. But anyway, that is such a good quote. It's like the "my disappointment is immeasurable" or whatever quote from Review Bra. Okay. Is everyone here? Oh, and wearing our gloomy Gus faces, I see.
Well now.
Okay, well then, let's begin.
Thrills, chills, kills!
This final class trial is gonna be slathered in pitch black despair. Climaximum sorrow.
That's fine.
You're right, this is the final class trial, and this time, it'll be fair. What do you mean this time? Stop with all the slander! I'm a bear in good standing, you know.
Unbelievable.
If there was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square.
Today, I'm feeling white.
And I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows. That's interesting. I didn't realize, I don't know if I've ever heard that line. Because I've heard him say that same line, but he said black instead of white, which is interesting. Anyway. That despair is mightier than the hope. Than the hope?
Stop talking.
Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already. Sure. Let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below.
You guys.
So don't try and run away. Woo! Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever.
In the name of my family.
This will be over in no time. In the name of my Togami family. With an inexplicable confidence, Byakuya was the first into the elevator. One by one, the others followed. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Nobody made eye contact. Nobody said a word. They just disappeared into the elevator.
Hey,
They're all acting odd. Like, they're paranoid, suspicious of each other.
however,
But you know why that is, don't you? Yup, sure do. Yeah, I think so.
however,
Well, you can tell us all about it soon. At the class trial. You're right, I'm ready.
so
Ready to win, right? Yeah, let's go! Of course. I'm glad to hear you say that. And then Kyoko was aboard the elevator. And then I was aboard the elevator. And then I said hi to the camera. Hi camera, I'm winning for all you who's watching. Anything else? No? Okay. Down we go. I started making my way toward the opening. Step after step toward that gaping maw. I'd resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and finally, on steady legs, I walked in. I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. Oh my god. Without warning, it began to descend. Deeper and deeper. Deeper, deeper, deeper still. Deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, 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 deeper. Deeper and deeper it fell. I closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sound, too, disappeared. Oh, I wonder what this is gonna look like. Are we gonna see it? Or are we gonna hit a save first? I think we're gonna hit a save first, right? Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later? I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. Ding! I slowly opened my eyes, and I hit a save point. Oh. Oh, we didn't get to see it before. What? Okay, wait a second. It's the ladder from the pit. Oh snap, and there's a bunch of TVs. Why? Monokuma, what are you up to? Oh man. They're gonna show the audience on the TVs. This is the final trial site? What do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate? It's the long-awaited last stage! The always exciting final boss battle! Yes! Boo! And I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat. Wait, what?
Thrills, chills, kills!
What do you mean 16th seat? Isn't there 16 spots on the circle and then you have your throne too? Well then, let's begin! Oh my god. Oh man. This is crazy. Oh man. I don't think I got any new skills. I didn't get any free time, so I don't know why this menu is even here, but that's fine. I mean, I guess I could unequip stuff or equip stuff I forgot to last time, but... Alright, so it is 11:30. I will save this for Monday, which I'm assuming is gonna be the finale. I would be shocked if I couldn't finish it Monday. We have a trial, and then we have whatever else comes after, and I mean, unless there's like a surprise last trial, I think we'll be able to do it Monday. Jeez, I don't know if I can put into words all my different thoughts I have right now. I think I've kind of scattered my thoughts across the whole stream, but I'm super excited to see how this is gonna unfold. There's just so many questions still, like, it's crazy. Like, what did they all see that's making them freak out towards me? The whole Junko Mukuro mystery. Why did Kyoko lie? Well, no, she didn't lie. She technically didn't lie. She forgot. She got it wiped from her memory about seeing her dad. What is making them all want to stay in here? Like, what the heck's going on that's trying to make them... Oh, that's safer than out there if we're dying in here too, right? Like, there's so much going on. It's crazy. The picture? Why was I not in the picture? It's like we actually had a school life in here for a while. I think my theory again is kind of like, I feel like it's very likely in that they actually were all in the school at the same time, you know, just hanging out there and being safe from whatever's out there in the actual world or whatever. But then something happened and now, like, it gotten taken over by a mastermind, and, you know, they're like turning this into a messed up death game trap instead. So the question is, how did that all happen? How did it turn to this? How did it get to this? Yeah, who's the mastermind? Who's controlling Monokuma and everything? Wow. There's so many things. Who's the seventh person still alive? It's crazy. There's so many things. Glad this is a good time. Yeah, it has been an insanely good time. I am so excited. Same. Exactly. You read my mind. Oh man. Okay, well, with that said, like Otato says, it's time to GTB, in parenthesis, go to bed. So yeah, if you want to see me watch the ending of this or play through the ending of this, that'll be Monday night around the same time, probably a bit earlier. I'm gonna probably shoot for 7. Today I had to do a lot of things before. I had dinner, I did Ring Fit, I took a shower, and I played Animal Crossing for like an hour and a half. So I don't think I'll do the Ring Fit and shower that time, so I should be able to start at 7, no problem. Eastern, that is, 7 Eastern. So yeah, stay tuned for that Monday.